Welcome back, everyone, to the Mania 7 Key World Cup 2025 Finals Week. We're in the last stretches of this tournament now, second last week, and we're here with two matches in a row that are going to be certified bangers. This right now is going to be the match, the single most important match of the weekend to decide who secures that last podium position. Philippines versus Japan. I am Potassium Appcasting alongside Ravel today. How are you doing?
Today is going to be a very special day. Like you mentioned, either of these teams will be securing podium at the end of this match. Japan have been unlucky. They have finished 4th. That is their highest position in 3 separate 7K World Cups. If they win here, they will have their highest position in a 7 World Cup in history. For the Philippines though, it has been back-to-back podiums. They finished 1st in 2023 and 3rd last year. Let's see if they can replicate a podium finish today.
This one is actually going to be a really close match though, because these teams have been performing really strong recently, especially. You know, they're scaling really well into the late game as well. Japan, I mean, last week, Japan almost taking South Korea to tiebreaker. So they are looking on fire. Philippines just swept Indonesia yesterday.
Ooh, yeah. Both these teams had sweeps yesterday.
And, I mean, with the new map pool as well, you can see those picks. These brand new section, the EX pool, I think is going to spice things up even more, because both of these teams, I think, would love the EX picks.
Yeah. And not just that, I feel like these two teams have very different map picking dynamics. Especially with how Philippines were just kind of hugging the bottom half of the pool. And for Japan, you can already see a Protect on Rise 3. It is going to be a very topsy-turvy match.
It would be an absolute shock if Japan ever protects anything other than Rise 3 against any team in the entire world. That is Japan's home ground, their core jack ability. And what I'm really interested in as well is, as you said, these two teams, very different picking styles that we're going to see. Japan, at this stage in the game, I think they're going to be fairly uncomfortable on a lot of these LN picks. And we did see that yesterday as well, compared to some of the Philippines scores. And as you said as well, Philippines avoiding the Rice yesterday almost entirely. I think that does indicate some kind of classic back and forth that we might be seeing once more. I think Protect for Philippines, I'm looking at LN4. Yeah, it is going to be the LN4 Protect. Both of these teams played it yesterday, and Philippines looked much more comfortable on it. And Japan, would they ban LN3 again?
I mean, one of the LNs probably.
It has to be one of the LNs.
It has to be.
I don't think Japan should ban LN2. That's the one thing that Japan should stay away from banning, at least. I thought that was... Okay, I got baited for a second. Wait.
Yeah, Philippines...
Okay, no, Philippines ban first.
Yeah, they will be banning Rice 1, which is also quite understandable.
Very tricky Rice map. But interesting they decided to ban that one instead of something like a Rice 2, where I think Japan is going to be more comfortable with, almost. And, this one makes sense as well. EX2 being the more difficult LN pick. Japan definitely has some players on their team that not quite as comfortable with the LNs. And we know that, I mean, we know Philippines score on this map yesterday as well. Japan knows Philippines team score on this yesterday, so very much a targeted ban.
And Rise 2 will be coming out immediately from Japan. Probably to the dismay of Philippines. They will definitely be having to deal with this for the rest of the match.
Actually, interesting. I don't know if Japan has picked anything other than Rise 3 first. I think I've casted like 2 or 3 Japan matches in a row now. They've always picked Rise 3 right out of the gate. Every match.
I mean, they did that against Peru.
Yeah, I mean, showing some restraint here. They're picking their second best pick, I guess.
Yeah, they did not play this against Peru, though.
Yeah, so saving their scores. Philippines also didn't play this, so neither team exactly knows what each other gets, but of course the comfort should be there for Japan. I'm looking specifically on the Philippines at Sani, who
Yeah.
Very, very strong LN player, but in terms of the Rise, definitely hasn't been as comfortable so far in the tournament.
Yeah, so this is Dan's COD stream, 195 BPM. It's an also original from Every Mayo.
And some absolutely crazy bracket patterns in this one.
Yeah, I mean...
Full-on brackets.
This is definitely going to be Philippines' first test of the weekend.
Yeah, and of course, breakpoints are going to matter so much, especially on these Rise picks, because Philippines, if they perform as they did yesterday, I am not concerned for them on the LNs.
Yeah, I mean, OG-san was like crushing some of the maps. Like, OG-san even got a couple of FCs to their name. If they can put that up against Japan, and who knows how far we can go in this match.
Okay, very first map we're looking at. And this one's going to be a really dense one, despite the BPM actually getting pretty high.
Yeah, it's just Sunny right now behind the rest of the pack. OG-san doing very well to try and keep up with Rain Lily. Botanic actually slowly falling off. The lead will actually go to Japan for a little bit, as Botanic will find a miss right before the first break.
That was a huge, that was several, like, that was like a whole second of handoff keyboard, it looked like. All the way down to 99 flat.
Rain Lily is also dropping accuracy to 98.8.
Yeah, Rain Lily's hitting early. Look, this scroll speed might be wrong for Rain Lily, it looks like.
Oh, Sunny picking up a drop right there. Right at the end of the burst, and OG-san the only, well, not the only FC, but the only FC with a 99.
But this point lead is not going to shrink any further if Rain Lily still struggles to keep this accuracy up, and there's a miss from Rain Lily.
Yeah, a little bit of a messy drop from Rain Lily. Botanic definitely doing very well to recover their accuracy back up to a 99.5. Rain Lily will drop again though, solidifying this lead to the Philippines as OG-san bringing their performance from yesterday, completely crushing another map.
Yeah, Botanic's almost matching OG-san again. Those two are kind of staying in check. I'm just looking at Rain Lily right now, who's not having a very good time at all. Sandy does find a clean miss, but this accuracy difference is not recoverable.
Yeah, they need OG-san to drop at the minimum, and Sunny to have like multiple drops.
They need a complete collapse. Rain Lily's accuracy is not going to rise fast enough at this rate.
Botanic is doing really well though, 99.65 as Sunny actually finds the drop. Is there enough time for Japan to try and put it back if Rain Lily can just stabilize their combo and accuracy? And if Philippines are dropping even more, but OG-san still holding on to the FC, will it be the first one of this match? 25,000 points of the lead for the Philippines. Sunny will cause that lead to drop and swing it towards Japan, but it won't be enough time. Philippines with the FC from OG-san to 6 200s.
That's a clean FC from OG-san. I mean, even better overall act from Botanic. I feel like this is a really interesting. I think that Rain Lily's score should be much higher than that. That was a really weird thing that happened at the start of the map, but regardless, Philippines getting an early breakpoint here, and Japan already sweating in the match. They have to breakpoint back on an LN or hybrid. That is insane. They're gonna have to hope for something like they pulled off against Korea.
Oh boy, Monka S. Well, let's see what Philippines want to go for here. The entire LN pool is left open. They could go with something like LN 3, like what they did against Indonesia.
I mean, if I'm in this situation, Philippines, you just won such a pivotal breakpoint. Why not just keep the pressure up? Pick LN4. Yeah. Probably like the most straightforward map, like the most guaranteed map that you have in this pool is going to be that LN4. And just maintain this advantage for as long as you can. Force Japan to be the one to try and claw themselves back in the late game.
Yeah, and also the good thing is that both teams have played LN4. So there is information on the board, and Philippines have a clear lead on Agony.
That is a very big advantage for the Philippines there, but they're going to pick LN3 instead.
So just like the match against Indonesia, they will be starting off with Cutting Edge Insane Artifact, another also original, so back to back, very nice.
Now I'm also terrified of Philippines team score that they got yesterday on this, and Japan did ban this yesterday, so unless that was a big brain strat to just hide scores, I don't think they're very comfortable on this one either.
I don't know if it could be like a big brain strat to just hide their scores, because the Philippines have a very scary team score, 1,959,000.
Yeah, with what, a 987k on Kura?
Yeah, that's an average 980. Both these players from Japan have to average a 980k to beat Philippines' score against Indonesia. That is ridiculous.
They do have the ability. Botanic and Suzuha, two of the best players in the world, especially as we get into this late game kind of finals level pool. But it's whether or not they have the consistency to pull that off and to not break the combo, because they might not be entirely comfortable with some of these denser patterns in this map as well. And for 3.5 minutes, not much room for error on this one.
Just to fill all of you in, if you're not known to what this map type is, it's LN consistency, as you can see from the length of the map. So we're going to be seeing these kinds of LN from start to finish.
It just makes me nervous looking at all these patterns, right? So much coordination required, the inverse patterns that we see at the start, but no one finding any breaks just yet. Score lead in neither of the team's favor.
Yeah, Philippines definitely do have that accuracy advantage, as both players of Philippines beating out their counterparts. Oji-san over Suzuha and Sani over Botanic, but there might be a bit of an accuracy drop from Oji-san. So it's gonna make things a little bit interesting as both players from Japan find combo breaks. And that is a destructive move.
Yeah,
Botanic finds another one.
I mean, I guess the upside for Japan is they didn't lose that much accuracy compared to what could have happened on an LN pick such as this. So their accuracy is still not too far off. Botanic falling a little bit behind now. But only 8,000 points. This is a long map, so plenty of time to recover. It is Philippines still with the 2 full combos, though. They are going to try and solidify this lead.
Yeah, I believe Oji-san actually found a miss around the 4,000 combo mark. So we'll have to check back in on that later. But yeah, so far so good for the Philippines. A little bit of an accuracy drop from them, which means the lead is still quite close as Sani finds the first miss from the Philippines. It is just Oji-san. As we have said so many times this weekend, this guy is just completely carrying Philippines, and we might see another instance of that here.
Hold on, look at the accuracies. Look at the accuracies here. This is very close. The accuracies between the two teams are tied. This is 1 miss difference between them.
Yes. Very much 1 miss swing.
Oh, 3,000 points of difference, and we're only halfway through the map. So much time left.
Okay, the 4,000 combo is here. This was where Oji-san missed yesterday. They seem to still be doing quite well, and the lead has actually increased a little bit to 5,000 points just on some accuracy recovery from Philippines.
A bit of act drop from Botanic as well in that section, but really what matters is the combo, and Sani does find that other miss. That might be enough to give Japan the lead just about. This density is really kicking up. We might be seeing more misses here, though.
Yeah, both players of Japan, ever since they missed, they have been able to keep up just fine. And have been able to measure Philippines, and Sani finds another miss. Could this be the fatal swing to Japan? Another miss from Sani, and this time the lead sheds blue in favor of Japan. Oji-san doing all they can with the FC, the 99.58, the MVP of the lobby. It's still not going to be enough at the moment if Sani just can't keep it up. As they find another combo drop, Japan have been able to find their consistency towards the late end of this map.
But it's still only 2,000 points. This could swing back really, really quickly. We can see how... Oh my god, it's going back. It's shrinking. This lead might go down to 1,000 points towards the end. And Suzuha for miss! That is enough! Philippines back in the lead by less than 1,000 points. They just need to hold on to the combo in this last few patterns of the map.
Couple more swings, couple more sweeps.
Oh, another miss. That does it.
That should do it. That should do it for the Philippines. A second point to them. And an FC from Oji-san to save Philippines bottom.
Oh my
gosh, another MVP performance from them.
So close. Japan was so close at the very end, just hanging on by 1,000 points. That could have been what they needed to come back, but Philippines, Oji-san putting in the work. MVP once again and another FC.
The 7K World Cup stage just giving them aura. From yesterday's performances, bringing over to today and improving on that their score against Indonesia as well.
I think a scary thing to point out as well, and this doesn't just apply to that map, this applies to some of the other maps that we saw in the LN and hybrid pool, is Japan have better LN ratio than Philippines, as weird as that sounds.
That's kind of scary.
But they're sticking with the chord stream. They're leaving. Japan are not wanting to pick the Rice 3 just yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Going with the fast ones. And I wonder, are we going to see Rain Lily switching in?
That's a good question, because for this map, when Japan played against Peru, it was Botanic and Suzuha. Botanic had a 986k, but Suzuha had a 967k, which is a bit far off Botanic's score, but it doesn't seem like there will be any changes. It will still be Botanic and Suzuha. But Arquin's actually stopped playing for Philippines.
Yeah, we are seeing Arquin. I think we saw Sunny playing every map, was it last week?
No.
Yesterday, sorry.
Arquin did play Blocko ET.
Okay, so Arquin's still playing the Rice maps.
Yep.
We'll see how he manages to hold on to this one, because, I mean, I think this is a 30 BPM increase from last round.
It's fast.
It's really fast.
It is 30 BPM, yep. It's light, but it's also long.
Yeah, 3 minutes in length compared to some of the past ones as well. And this BPM, no joke as well. So far, all the players doing pretty well. It's actually Kura to have the lower accuracy this time at 99 flat.
Yeah, but Arquin will also drop a bit of accuracy as Oji-san is able to recover. But yeah, Japan currently have the dominating accuracy as we enter this break section.
We've seen accuracy drops don't necessarily matter quite as much as your combo, and Suzuha does find the first miss of the 4. Arquin does trade it, so it does stay in Japan's favor, but Philippines not too far behind.
Yeah, both players having some dirty misses. Suzuha dropping all the way to 99.4, Arquin out of the 99%. It's just Botanic and Oji-san holding on to FCs.
And I know who's winning that out right now. My god, 99.83. Crushing the lobby. No one managing to match that accuracy, and that is the difference right now. 8,000 points, 9,000 in favor of Japan, as we're approaching that halfway mark.
More of these court streams coming your way, as Botanic will actually find a miss. Now piling the pressure onto Japan, but Arquin will trade it back. Oji-san the only FC, but accuracy far behind Botanic, matching Suzuha. But Botanic is still able to try and keep Japan's lead together as Arquin finds another miss.
And that miss from Botanic was exceptionally clean. 99.73. He's still 100% has the score lead over Kura, despite Kura being the only FC left in the lobby. 22,000 points, and we're now in the last third of the map, just about. It's going to stay consistent after this.
Yeah, Oji-san doing all they can. 24,000 points of the lead. It's actually going slightly towards Japan. Arquin is having trouble trying to find any kind of accuracy recovery. And both players of Japan kind of stabilizing on their accuracies right now. Suzuha 99.37, Botanic 99.75. And the last quarter of the map now.
Yeah, combine it between the players. This is a whole percent of accuracy lead for Japan right now. Misses are not going to do a single thing this late into the map. 27,000 points. It seems like Japan just need to hold on a little bit longer to have this one in the bag. Their first point of the match looking like a certainty.
Couple more sweeps as the entire lobby, but Botanic misses. There goes the FC. No FCs in this lobby, as Botanic now holds the highest combo. And that should do it for Japan. They finally get a point on the board. A spectacular display from Botanic. Almost a 990k at the end. How many 200s? 4? What?
Look at the 300 count. What?
That is half.
1 to 8?
Half of Suzuha.
That is a ratio, absolute like chasm between Botanic and all the other players. I mean, Kura finding the very first miss of the entire match as well. You have to give it to him. He just does not miss it today. But the accuracy right now from Japan is absolutely otherworldly.
Botanic also had a 4,200 score yesterday. So this is just like, normal things for Botanic.
It's a regular Sunday.
Regular Sunday. And that is definitely going to give a warning signal, a warning shot to Philippines, you know. You might have won one rise, but we dominated the other. So you might want to tread carefully. They will still have a lot of the LN picks left for Philippines to kind of wade their waters.
Yeah, I mean, very good point for Japan, but Philippines is still in a very strong situation. Looking at the match as a whole, they are a breakpoint up, and they have 3 LN picks left. LN4 still on the table. LN1 is going to be the pick, it looks like. This one, I think, is also going to be a strong one for the Philippines, given their scores yesterday. They got 2 980Ks, didn't they?
Let me actually check. But that sounds right.
No, that's messed up.
Also, Sayuri 07's in chat. 978K for both, actually.
978.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A total of 1,957K.
That is very hard for Japan to beat. I mean, the one caveat that I have in my head right now is I have not seen Japan play an LN1 for a few rounds now, and the last time they did play it, they got the #1 score of all teams off the back of the man himself, Butanic. But the question really that I have is, can they as a team really keep up with, I mean, 978K?
And also the fact that OG-san FC'd this yesterday as well. So let's see if they'll be able to keep that up. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna sit in the silent corner for a bit.
But still actually no lead going over to Japan because Suzuha does have a bit of accuracy issues, down at 99%, I would say. So barely early miss, not going to have too much consequences.
Yeah, not too much consequences because of the accuracy game. Oji-san just picking up a very clean miss, holding 99.4, Sunny 99.6, beating out both counterparts in Japan. But here we go, first Kiai.
Yeah, Butanic also struggling to hold on to this accuracy, down at 99 flat. Might actually drop below right now as we're into the first chorus.
And there we go, first miss from Butanic, a second one of good, but Oji-san trades it back. So it's just Sani and Suzuha playing the combo game, and Suzuha falls. It's just Sani, the unsung hero of Philippines, the player to step up when Oji-san couldn't.
Yeah, all 3 of those players now getting 2 misses each. It's just Sani on the full combo. That's making a big difference here as well. Accuracy still in favor of Philippines. Suzuha finding another miss, still above that 99%. But Oji-san and Sani both 2 highest accuracies in the lobby.
Yeah, accuracy domination from the side of Philippines. So Japan definitely just have to hope for misses from Philippines now.
Japan not looking comfortable with the density as compared to how comfortable Philippines are right now.
If I'm not mistaken, Sunny actually had like the better 200 count over Oji-san on this map. So
yesterday, yeah, had some exceptional accuracy. Butanic finding another miss, not going to help much at all. But it almost feels inevitable at this point. We have a third of the map left. It's going to take some kind of massive collapse to shrink this lead. But it looks like that's coming from Japan instead. Suzuha just repeatedly finding these misses. Hard to keep up the combo for long enough.
Oh, Sani will finally drop the FC, but look at the accuracy. Still holding the highest in the lobby. A very clean miss, which means that this lead is not damaged one bit, and it will actually go to the Philippines as Butanic trades it back. This should be done and dusted.
Yeah, I mean, with these combos, what can you really do as Japan? They're just hoping for misses that won't come, simply for Philippines. Last section, very difficult, but it's not going to be enough. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be Philippines managing to pick up their second LN point here.
Sani picking up another miss, but they should still have enough to be the MVP of this lobby. And they will take that. Philippines 3-1. And once again, beating out OG-san on 200 count and accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, these scores are not bad from Japan at all. Suzuha keeping up with the 2 Filipino players. just a little bit lower overall as a team. A little bit of discomfort here and there. And I mean, Botanic's still getting the best ratio, by the way.
Yeah, that is nuts. What? Alright, there we go. Rise 3, Protect from Japan coming out. And if you have been following the 7K World Cup to this point, you already know what this map is, or what this map tests. And we do see Rain Lily in the lobby for that.
Oh, you know Rain Lily's going to be playing this one. We saw a very scary score out of Japan from this yesterday. We'll see if it's if they'll replicate it, and we'll see exactly how well Philippines could do on this, because I do expect Philippines to get quite a competitive score on this one. This potentially, despite how good Japan is, it's not unrealistic to think that a breakpoint is possible here.
Definitely. I mean, OG-san and Sani putting up very good scores on We Are Electric. That's the Rise 3 of last weekend. But of course, Japan, far above and beyond any of the other teams on Kojak.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also kind of surprised not to see Botanic playing this, but he didn't yesterday either. So maybe just the patterns, more comfortable letting Suzuha try to get the combo game rather than sharpshoot for accuracy at this stage. And Sani does find a very early miss there, down to 98% as well, struggling with the accuracy, which is going to give Japan actually a fairly decent early advantage.
Yep, and OG-san will fall as well already right off the intro. No FCs to 2. Japan did find a couple of misses yesterday though from Suzuha, so we'll see if they'll be able to hold on to it.
This map is not going to get any easier. That was a nice and calm intro section relatively. We're going to be seeing some crazy density and patterning later on. And I mean, look at these accuracies right away, even with the misses from both Filipino players, but also, yeah, 99.91 is the current accuracy from Rain Lily.
On a finals map. But we're going to kick things into high gear shortly. Right now, this is just the point where you're just kind of having to relax your muscles, prepare for what's ahead. Sani now being able to recover back up to a 99% as a result of this section.
Yeah, I mean, you say relax muscles, don't relax them too much. We've seen plenty of in sections like these in the past. But now we're about to get right back into it. Oh, there goes the full combo from Rain Lily. Very clean miss, though.
Clean miss, but not the player you want to see miss from the side of Japan.
Absolutely not. They're going to maintain the lead still. 13,000 points. Is still nice for Japan, all things considered. But still a third of the map left. They're going to have to hold on for a bit longer. As now Philippines are starting to get their combos in shape.
Definitely, just that Sani is far behind everyone else in the lobby, which is why Japan are still sustaining this 14,000 point lead. And there's another miss from Rain Lily, another clean one. But now the conversation for Philippines to try and break point is now on the cards.
Yeah, it's shrinking a little bit, down to 12,000 points, but Sani does trade that out, and that comes with a much bigger combo drop. Yeah. Way back up into 20,000.
The fact that Rain Lily found multiple misses, still holding the highest accuracy of the lobby.
Yeah, you can see right there in these like swings in score how much it matters whether your miss is clean or messy. One messy miss from Sani completely negated multiple misses from Rain Lily there. And oh man, the 0-200s. You could not get any cleaner than that from those misses.
By the way, shout out to Suzuha actually picking up the MVP of the lobby as a result.
Yeah, the only FC from Suzuha, but Rain Lily with that score may as well be an FC with the 986k.
That would be like what, 995-ish?
Yeah, and that would be that would be definitely like 996, 997 territory. 1 to 10 ratio is 995 typically with a double S. That was one of the ratios of all time. Not gonna see anything like that for the rest of the match. Yeah, that's guaranteed.
Definitely not.
But Japan picking up pretty convincingly their protect point there. So they're looking to stabilize that earlier mishap that happened on the Rise 2, and now Philippines, they're going to run out of their picks fairly shortly after, I think, LN4 to come out now.
There we go.
And I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but I think after this LN4, honestly, Philippines probably want to be picking hybrid too. I actually don't even want Philippines to pick LN2. I think that one is too dangerous.
A bit dangerous, yeah. Japan did play LN2 against Peru. Pretty good scores. Suzuha 976, defending 971.
If you look at the specifics of those scores though, Japan beats Philippines in terms of accuracy. If they get one less miss or two less misses, they win that. That is dangerous. But for now, this one, I think theoretically should be the most favored in favor of Philippines. This is the coordination pick, and one that, I mean, if you're not comfortable with coordination picks, you have no chance. Simple as that.
Yeah, Philippines destroyed Indonesia on this yesterday. OG Sun with an FC 980k, Sani with a 973k. So this theoretically should be Philippines' 4th point in the bag, but let's see if Japan can try and give Philippines a run for their money.
I mean, they have been so far. I've been impressed with Japan so far this match in terms of the LN picks, but Philippines looking a little bit better. We'll see if they can keep it up. And this one is exceptionally hard to be able to maintain any kind of combo on. We already see a miss from Suzuha at the very start there. Gonna give the lead a little bit over the Philippines, but still doing okay in terms of the accuracy is Japan.
Yeah, the biggest problem of this map is you're having to juggle jacks with different release timings. Suzuha finding trouble with that, dropping to a 98.5 with a couple of misses and already a 16,000 point lead to the Philippines as Sani dropped and the entire team of Japan. OG Sun the only FC left in the lobby, and that's a 20,000 point lead.
How did Sunny not drop accuracy with that combo break? What? that should not be possible on this map.
And it's like, yeah, okay, we're just gonna continue with 99.4.
See, drops are supposed to happen like, that one right there, Kura, dropping like 0.5% off of one miss. That's how it should happen on a map like this with these patterns. You mess up one of these coordination things and your entire hand is now in the wrong position. You cannot recover from that quickly. But Sani right now is tearing apart this map. 99.48. Not a single other player is above 99 at all right now.
Yeah, 8.6% advantage over anyone else in the lobby. Suzuha finds a miss. Sani will find another clean miss again. 99.4 still from Sani.
How is he finding these? Actually, I want to know the secret. That one makes sense. There was no. That was a clean miss because there was no notes.
There was no notes and Sani just kind of forgot.
He forgot. That's fine.
That's why Japan with the full combo reset. That's Philippines' point already at this point. 50,000 points on the lead. At this stage, Philippines probably had a lesser score advantage over Indonesia than Japan. So,
yeah. I mean, Indonesia is like an LN specialty team as well, so they are extremely scary on picks like this. And Japan just a bit less comfortable when it comes to these full coordination kind of patterns, ones that you can really completely just flub really at any second of the map.
Yeah, and probably the most decisive victory as Philippines have both of their players reset combo. The most decisive victory we've seen in this match thus far. 70,000 points, it wasn't even a question. Philippines now 4-2.
Yeah, absolutely solid team effort there from the Philippines. And now 4-2, yeah. Still just one breakpoint separating, but it's on Japan to eventually find one of those.
I mean, Philippines are slowly running out of the comfort picks.
They are. I would say Philippines have almost already run out of their comfort picks at this point, but you can almost say the same thing about Japan. They no longer have any of those straightforward rice picks left. They have to kind of dig into those mixed rice picks now, the tech rice pick even. And I'm not sure if they want to do that. I mean, those are the only two really, actually, now looking at it. Do they go with async or Blocko ET? I think it would be a good sign for Japan if they pick Blocko ET here. But they're not going to.
Async.
Okay. I'm worried for Rice 5 potentially like down the line here because Japan knows Philippines score on Rice 5. So the fact that they've left it last kind of does make me worry a little bit for them, but for now it is going to be the tech pick. This is going to be one that can switch back and forth very quickly.
Yeah, Butanic had a really good score, 977k against Peru, but Rainily, that played this yesterday, had a 922k. So we are not seeing Rainily in the lobby, it's Suzuha still staying in. Let's see if there'll be any changes to Japan's side, as Arkwin is in the lobby for Philippines.
Yeah, Rainily definitely has some like world-class top-tier accuracy when it comes to all these Rise picks, but I think when it comes to comboing, that's more of Suzuha's wheelhouse. So a map like this, 2 minutes long, very technical, we're probably not going to see any of these players sharpshooting for accuracy on this map. So it kind of makes sense that, you know, now that we're in finals level, Suzuha is going to be playing more and more of these picks in the pool.
Well, then here we go. Just a minute and 55 seconds of tech. With this being one of the shorter maps in the pool, less than forever.
I just forgot we actually do have one more Rice in the pool. I just don't look down for Rice. It's just the EX
yeah,
one.
The EX, yeah, the EX map, yeah.
But regardless, we are going to be seeing this one first. Suzuha finding an early drop, actually, but accuracy looking like it's slightly in favor of Japan for now because of Butanic.
Yeah, OG-san actually the lower accuracy of the two between the Philippines players. Butanic completely crushing it in terms of accuracy at the moment, but this lead is flickering because Suzuha finds another miss. That's gonna give Philippines the lead, but OG-san and Butanic will trade. Arkwin the only FC in the lobby, but Butanic will find another miss. This is a problem for Japan now.
Yeah, it's going back and forth. It's still very close. Arkwin, the only full combo, is not something that I would have expected going into this one, honestly.
Running back the years.
But the accuracy is still in favor of Japan, so if everyone manages to stabilize these combos a little bit, you would expect this lead to start flickering over, which it is.
Another drop of accuracy from Japan, but Arkwin will drop the FC, and that's a huge drop from them as the lead completely catapults towards Japan. 7,000, 8,000, and climbing.
But 8,000 is nothing. Suzuha finding another miss, a clean one at that though. But it is going to close this gap a little bit. Arkwin finding another one.
It's just Japan holding on to this lead from accuracy alone, but Suzuha find a miss in this section.
Oh my god!
And Butanic on the brakes. On like this rest section as well. This is bad.
Not on the break section. Japan.
Oh no.
They might lose this lead as we're approaching the last. There's not going to be much of the map left.
Yeah.
And Philippines might be able to take it back right here if they hold on to their combos.
We're going back into some tech.
Now it is.
Suzuha final drop. OG-san holding on to any kind of combo that Philippines will need, but Arkwin will find a drop as well as Suzuha, but Suzuha will actually find worse accuracy drop from Arkwin, but Arkwin will trade it back. The lead now goes back to Japan as the
don't miss at the last section. And 11,000 points. The drops at the end from Arkwin just proved to be a little bit too much. Yeah, and the accuracy, that's it. Butanic's accuracy was the entire difference there, 99.3. And again, the ratio. These ratios have just been outstanding.
Yeah, 426 on Butanic.
But the miscount, like, they had to claw their way back so many times from these misses, and they need to clean those up a little bit more. Philippines still in the lead 4-3 in this match, but it's close.
And the walls are also closing in on this map pool. We are running out of picks for both these teams.
No EX2 for Philippines. There is no more LN maps that I can imagine them picking. I think now is the time to go for Hybrid. And I think Hybrid 2.
Yeah.
I would say Hybrid 2. Or, I mean, EX3 might be a bit of a crazy one, but...
They're doing it! They're doing LN2!
They are picking LN2. I think this is probably Japan's best chance to get a breakpoint.
So just to recap, both these teams have played this map already against their respective opponents. Japan having a 1,948,000, and for the Philippines, the 1,967,000.
And it's like, it's not that far apart team score-wise. The accuracy in favor of Japan. And, I mean, being straight, I think Philippines' team scores today have been a little bit lower than yesterday.
They've been a bit more shaky, but we have seen instances of players just popping off. We've seen OG-san do that. We've seen Sani do that. If there is going to be a time for either or both of these Philippines players to step up, it is now.
They definitely can. I mean, this is one that still, in theory, I would still favor towards Philippines. Like, they are the team that should be more comfortable with these patterns, but I would not count Japan out of it either.
And the risky thing is, this is the last LLAN, but technically it is the last LLAN map in this pool. If the Philippines give this up, we are square. And that's going to be really bad for the Philippines. So they have to win this.
I think both teams are thinking the same thing right now. This is such an important point. And right now, stabilizing all players doing well, but Butanic finds the first clean drop. 1,000 points over to the Philippines.
Yeah, currently in terms of accuracy, it is very close. Sunny just beating out Suzuha. Oji-san just under Butanic, but just from the miss alone gives Philippines disadvantage. But it is closing in a little bit towards the center of your screens.
Oh my god, 1,000 points. And this is not a very long map either. We're already kind of approaching this halfway point of the map. Still 3 full combos, but then goes Sunny and Suzuha trading. That's a bigger drop for Philippines though.
Yeah, crucially, Oji-san still holding onto the FC, holding onto the accuracy. But Philippines now given a warning. If anything like this happens again, and if Japan just don't trade, this could flip.
Do not break. No one break, please.
Not here, not here.
This is so possible. This is so possible to break.
It is, which is very bad.
These patterns are so much harder than they look like.
I mean, it's looking okay. Accuracy is dipping from the side of Philippines, but they are dipping from Japan as well.
2,000 points. This is an absolute toss-up. No one knows yet. Oh wait, this lead is shrinking.
Oh my gosh.
QC drops from the side of Philippines.
Yeah, accuracy-wise, accuracy now favoring Japan. Can Japan pull this back? But Botanic will be the first to drop in this KI section. And it will give a buffer to the Philippines.
But 5,000 points only. We are approaching the end of the map a little bit, but this is just a 1 miss difference still. Accuracies are actually in Japan's favor, but Butanic finds a second miss now. That's going to be a better lead for the Philippines. They're going to lead by 7,000 points. And neither of the players missing.
The accuracies are so close. Philippines just have a little bit over Japan, but combo-wise, they have a leg and a half across the finish line as Butanic finds another miss to put the nail on the coffin for Philippines' 5th point.
And Philippines just comboed through that entire section. FC, is that from Oji-san? Oh my god.
PFC from Oji-san. PFC.
Oh, but you can see how close. Philippines now 5-3. They are maintaining this lead that they got from the very first point of the match. Not a single break point since then. Wait, look at that. Look at the ratios. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's a scary thing. Also, Japan immediately going for EX1.
Oh man. I'm really curious why Japan don't want to pick Rise 5, because I think Philippines scores on Rise 5 were kind of beatable. I would think Japan, if they're comfortable with Rise 5, should be able to beat that Philippines team score, but okay, both teams played this yesterday, and Philippines got the higher team score by 1,000 points. That's all I'm going to say.
By 1,000 points. Philippines have a better team score in Cursed Bloom by 1,000 points. So, strap yourselves in. We're going into this hot. If Japan want to try and reel themselves back in, they have to win this. If not, it is going to be match point to Philippines.
But I will say, Sunny did not particularly look comfortable on this one compared to you know, some of the LN picks. I mean, like we just saw. This is one that I think Kura has to be carrying in if Philippines want to take another breakpoint.
Yes, definitely. I believe Oji-san had a 37,000 point lead over Sunny, as Sunny will be the first one to drop off the Philippines side. So early combos, early accuracies favoring Japan right now.
God, Butanic is crushing this accuracy-wise, but I mean, very, very early into the map. 6,000 points could go either way still, and it's 3 minutes long. Plenty of patterning to be made. Butanic with a miss. That's going to cancel out Sunny's earlier one.
Yeah, but accuracy still favoring Japan just on Butanic alone. They did find that miss, but they're still holding the highest accuracy of the lobby. But here comes some very difficult sweeps, and Sunny gets caught on one of them. And now the lead will extend towards Japan.
These are just an absolute nightmare to read, let alone play. And Butanic, another miss. That's a fairly messy one, but still maintains the highest accuracy of the lobby. Rain Lily also beating out Sunny in terms of accuracy. These misses are tied between the teams, but it's just 6,000 points of accuracy that Japan has managed to make their way out with.
Sunny finds another miss. He stabilized at 8,000 points of advantage to Japan, and it will grow as Sunny finds another one and another one. 5-digit point lead to Japan. Sunny's just not having a fun time, but Rain Lily will drop their full combo, leaving OG-san the only FC of the lobby. But Butanic will find a miss, trades it with Sunny. Every single time Japan drops, Sunny just trades it back, and Sunny is not having a fun time today as opposed to yesterday. 97% from them. OG-san can do all they can, but this lead is running away from the Philippines.
Yeah, traded misses again from Japan. Sunny's just really struggling maintaining this 400 combo mark. This is an EX pick for a reason. It is brutally hard.
Yeah.
I mean, unless your name is Kura, apparently.
Oh
no! Okay.
Of course you had to say that.
That's me. That's on me. I'm sorry, Kura.
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much damage already over the course of this map. Japan have a chokehold on this lead. It should be 5-4. It should.
This accuracy lead is quite big as well. Butanic beating Kura, Rain Lily beating Sunny in terms of the accuracy, and the misses also favoring Japan ever so slightly. 31,000 points at the end of this map. There's some very tricky patterns at the end here, but not quite enough to swing 30,000 points.
Yeah, and not when Sunny's also struggling throughout this entire map. And Sunny picks up a couple more misses, trades it with Rain Lily, so the lead will shrink a little bit, but there has to be more from the side of Japan, and Sunny will have to step up, and I just don't think there's enough time anymore. 40,000 points to Japan.
Absolutely not, and this is an absolute accuracy and a half right now for Butanic.
Yeah. That is a crazy score from Butanic. And that definitely beats out their score from yesterday. 972k as opposed to 966k from yesterday's performance.
I don't know how Butanic's getting these like ratios and this accuracy
like,
in general.
Honestly.
Like, you're looking at the scores and it's like, okay, Butanic's missing and messing up the accuracy just as much as anyone else in the lobby, but then you just wait until the end and it's like, oh wait, no, half the 300s. Huh.
The only player with a 3-digit 300 count. Like, what? How?
And that's where that entire accuracy gap comes from.
Yeah.
Japan holding on. They're keeping it within one map.
Okay, here we go.
Out of time because this now has to be the point that decides where this match is headed.
Hybrid 2. There is like literally no other map that Philippines should choose.
They could pick EX3. I'm just saying. They could.
Oh gosh. Neither of these teams have played them, I think.
Philippines is... Okay, this is an interesting decision when it comes to the EX maps because Kura specifically is an absolute demon when it comes to like late game, like physicality picks. Kura can just single-handedly carry EX3. I think that is very possible, but on the other side, Japan has specifically, you know, Butanic and Rain Lily, two of the most physical players in the world. No, it is going to be Hybrid 2. Philippines are relying on their technicality, their technical LN ability, because there are quite a few of those in this map.
Now, Philippines did not play this, but Japan did. And Japan have a 1,929k, Butanic with a 966, Suzuha with a 962.
All things considered, a pretty good team score from Japan. Like, those 960ks would be very hard to match for basically any other team. You know, that's the kind of score, like, this is the kind of map where I'm not expecting FCs to come out. This is going to be Miss Central for all four players.
Well, both Japan players did find 3 misses each. So let's see how they will fare this time. Pretty calm intro to begin us off. And now this map will slowly ramp up into its technical LN. Japan having some accuracy advantage. Suzuha the lowest of the lobby, but Butanic being able to keep Japan together at the moment. But there's a miss from OG-san. The first
big
one from
one.
the Philippines, a big one indeed, as the highest accuracy of the lobby. Not the lobby, the side of Philippines. Excuse me.
Yeah, but not much of a lead being made off of that. Kura's still on that 99%, so does have enough time to build back in.
Yeah. Yeah, and the accuracy of Britannic actually dropping down to 99.4, but Sani will find a miss themselves. And now this gives some breathing room for Japan. OG-san will expand that breathing room for Japan.
8,000 points, looking fairly good at the start here, but Britannic and Suzuha both trading 2 of those misses right back. This is going to be tied just about, but OG-san does find another miss. Accuracy very slightly in favor of Japan, and this is a long map.
It is, yeah, 3.5 minutes. And this is going to be Miss Central, like you mentioned. This is just the beginning. We're only a third of the way through. So far, still favoring Japan just from lesser misses and from the higher accuracy.
But this accuracy is not very big. Either way, Britannic finds a miss. Sani does trade it though, so this lead is going to stay put.
It will stay put, but Japan, they need to not afford these kinds of simple misses, simple drops. That one was a saved one because Sani traded, but if any of the Japan players miss and Philippines don't trade it back. Like that, Britannic misses, none of the Philippines players traded back. This lead has shrunk. And Britannic finds a couple more misses. That's a dirty one. A very messy one from Britannic. And this lead is just 3,000 points.
Oh, it's going to shrink even more. Britannic is going to take a little bit of time to get back to this 400 combo mark, as now Britannic with the lowest accuracy in the lobby. It's only Suzuha keeping this AC lead in favor of Japan. And I don't know if you can rely on Philippines finding many more misses towards the second half of this map.
Your expanded breathing room has been taken away just like that. Japan have been able to try and slowly increase this lead as Britannic is recovering well, but Suzuha finds a miss! The higher accuracy of the two, it's a clean one at that, but this lead has shrunk again, and Britannic finds another one!
Oh my god!
It's a 3-digit lead to Japan, and Philippines, they can smell it.
Wait,
they can smell this, but OG-san finds a miss though!
How are Japan holding on to this lead? It's been so many misses! Japan,
oh my god!
Suzuha breaking again, it's back to 1,000 points!
It's off of Sani! Can Sani hold this combo?
Oh my god, it is
finds
switching!
a miss. The lead is red!
Britannic missing as well.
Again! Sani, the savior of Philippines perhaps, holding on to the highest combo of this lobby. 3,000 points of the lead to the Philippines. They've snatched the breathing room away from Japan. But OG-san finds a miss. The entire lobby resets. OG-san finds another miss towards the end of this map. Will it be enough? Can Japan steal this away? Can Japan get a break point? OG-san finds a miss right at the end. Japan just have to hold and
oh my god!
Japan, they will level things up. 5-5.
Oh my god, that was crazy!
Absolute cinema!
Absolute cinema! 5-5 on the very first hybrid pick that we see come out. That was too close.
We are now in a best-of-3 shootout. Both these teams have one map pick each. Rain Lily is going with Blocko ET. Japan will exhaust the final rice map of this pool.
This is it. We have one rice and one hybrid map to be played.
Oh boy. Japan holding some history with them. They are 2 points away from securing their first ever podium spot in 7K World Cup history. But Philippines, they are 2 points away from securing a three-peat in podiums.
Yeah, Philippines have been in this situation before. Plenty of times.
Yeah.
But now is the important moment. Japan want to be able to hold this together now. They have just managed to take their break point back all the way from the start of the match. And now is the rice consistency. This is going to be about who manages to hold on the longest with their combos. And I mean, Philippines have looked fairly good all throughout the match in that regard.
Yeah, but Aquin will definitely have to step up, the veteran of the Philippines. one of the longest serving players of the Philippines. They will have to definitely make some difference in this map, as Japan are running away with it with accuracy right now. Alright, here comes the first drop.
It's still full 4 combos.
Yep, still all full combos in the lobby. But accuracy is now slowly dropping from these players. But Rain Lily will be the first one to drop their FC.
Yeah, but keep an eye out on these accuracies, because that is going to be the most important one. Rain Lily does find a second one. That might be enough to switch it over to the Philippines, but the accuracy is still actually in favor of Japan. Yeah. Rain Lily's beating Arquin's, Butanic is beating Oji-san, and there's a miss from Arquin. Traded, but still in favor of Japan.
Yeah, it's a messier miss from Arquin. Rain Lily still beating out them, and Butanic beating out Oji-san in accuracy. So Japan will have a 6,000 point lead, but we've seen these leads flip before. Butanic will find a drop, Arquin will trade it back though, so this lead still comfortably in Japan's favor, but for how much longer, as Oji-san still holds the only FC in this lobby?
It's gonna stay as long as Japan maintain an accuracy like this. Arquin drops all the way down to 98.3.
Oh, no.
That's a big act drop. And that's just gonna bleed out score over time unless Arquin manages to come up close enough to that 99% again.
A little bit of a messy miss from Rain Lily, but still being able to stabilize their 99% accuracy.
Yeah, Kura now handily beating out Rain Lily's score. It's just Butanic. Butanic easily with the highest score in the lobby right now, despite the FC from Kura. 99.76 is just well above anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely destroying this chart so far. Oji-san once again just doing all they can to keep Philippines in it. But Arquin finding a miss. It's not going to help. It's not going to do any favors, as Japan are slowly tugging this lead to a point where the Philippines might not be able to catch up. $25,000 points as we go into another drop.
Yeah, we're reaching the last minute long of the map now. As we're getting into some of these bracket patterns, all 4 players doing quite well. Arquin dropping a little bit of accuracy, but the combo maintains. And Arquin managing to reach, higher and higher accuracy, building it back up closer to that 99%, but still falling behind the likes of Rain Lily on Japan. And now Rain Lily beating out Kura as well. This is accuracy domination.
Yeah, and every time there's a miss from Japan, it just seems like it gets traded back from the Philippines. Oji-san still holding on to the very impressive FC, but it's going to matter nothing if Japan are just holding up these accuracies. And like,
Butanic's crushing it. Look at his ratio right now.
What the heck?
Spot a regular 300 right now. I dare you.
I need to see the judgments. Arquin finding a flurry of misses is not going to do any damage. Japan have secured this by a safe margin. I need to see the judgments of this guy. Oh my gosh.
Kura is not missing, but Butanic's accuracy is out of this world. Not something that can. Oh.
No, why?
Okay, I need to. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, I'm not gonna say Kura for the rest of the match. He will not be mentioned.
Oh my gosh.
But that's almost a 990k from Butanic.
What? 998, 989, 17,200, and then almost 1-to-10 ratio.
And match point.
Match point.
Match point for Japan. They are 1 point away from securing top 3, and Philippines need to win 2 hybrids in a row in some regard.
Basically, yeah.
To manage to secure the top 3 themselves. Remember, whoever loses this match right here is not going to reach that podium this year.
Whoever loses this match is out completely. This is going to be the most crucial pick for the Philippines this year. In this iteration of the 7K World Cup, you have a hybrid, and you have a hybrid that is harder. What do you want, Philippines?
A hybrid or a hard hybrid?
Pick your poison.
They're both hard. One of them is like a little bit harder, you know?
One of them is a little bit harder, that's why we slapped the EX tag on.
Okay, look, hold on. If you need to win the tiebreaker either way, why not just pick the hard hybrid?
I mean, that is true, I guess. You're going to eventually have to play a very hard hybrid either way, unless you lose hybrid 1 if Philippines pick it.
It's such an interesting discussion when it comes to the EX in this matchup specifically, because as I said, Kura would absolutely love one of those harder maps. Kura can absolutely eat it up, right? A map that I'm sure we're not going to see, you know, a performance like, you know, Japan just outacting everyone, right?
Here we go.
Oh
it
my
is well
god, okay.
killed. It's the also original, it's EX3. None of these teams have played it yet. And this could decide some history today.
Dude, we're gonna... if Philippines manage to win this one, we're gonna have an absolute banger 4-minute long extremely hard hybrid into a 5-minute long extremely hard hybrid non-stop.
Boy.
These players are not getting any rest.
Yeah, map number 12 out of a possible 12 maps in regulation. We had to go the distance. Japan have pushed us the distance. But it is now up to the Philippines on whether or not they will push us to a tiebreaker. 3 minutes, well technically 4 minutes of this O's original banger. Buckle up, here we go.
The hybrids are the even playing ground between these two teams. Philippines benefiting from the LN, Japan benefiting from the Rice. And both of them having absolute physicality monsters on their team. These LN make me so nervous. Both of the Japanese players missing Oji-san as well. It's only Sunny to hold on to that full combo out the intro.
Yup, and accuracy is favoring Philippines as well as Suzuha finds another miss and a second one to boot. 98.8 from them as they fall out to 99%. And it is Sunny holding the torch for the Philippines.
Yeah, accuracy well in favor of the Philippines for now. But a long map, so Suzuha has a lot of opportunity to be able to come back from it. But not if he misses again and again.
Oh no.
Philippines gonna start bringing their score lead a little bit out in front. It's gonna hit 10,000 points.
And Butanic will reset their combo as well. Japan are finding this map quite tricky right off the gate. Just a quarter of the map in, and the Philippines, they don't really have much issues.
Philippines crushing it right now. Both of their players with the highest accuracies in the lobby, beating out Butanic and Suzuha. Oji-san does find a miss, but it's going to be traded out by both of the Japanese players.
Wow. And Zanyu will finally fall, but Suzuha finds a couple more chain misses. So this lead still holding on to the Philippines side by 19,000 points. Suzuha will extend that to 20,000.
They're really struggling with the combo aspect. Suzuha is down to 98.5 now. This is a like full percent lead for Team Philippines, it feels like. And both of the Japanese players still struggling. 28,000 points is such a massive, comfortable lead for Philippines.
And another miss from Suzuha. This might spell... This might actually spell tiebreaker from this point onwards if Japan are struggling this much.
It's not getting any easier for Japan, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. But this also leaves the avenue open for Philippines to miss.
We'll point out, Butanic's accuracy is very high up there alongside Kura there. Both of them finding the miss. Sani finding a miss as well. That's going to benefit Japan a little bit, but it's going to take a lot more than just those.
Yeah, Japan need the energy of 1,000 suns to pull this lead back. Sani will find a couple of drops, a couple of combo breaks. This lead will shrink. It won't shrink enough, but that's a start. Butanic will find some drops, as is Sani, and Oji-san as well. There we go. This is what Japan are looking for. This is what Japan are seeking out. Multiple misses from the Philippines. Suzuha still holding on to very good substantial combo. And Butanic, they have to hold on. Suzuha trades in with Oji-san. Butanic will finally drop though. And Sani, the only substantial combo left in this lobby. The lead has shrunk, but it is not shrinking fast enough for Japan.
There's still some time left, but ultimately all these misses are being traded, and trades are just benefiting Philippines so much. Suzuha finding another miss. The accuracy lead still in favor of Philippines as Butanic finds another one. And this lead,
it might be destiny.
Not looking like it's going to shrink fast enough as we're into this last section.
We might need another map to separate these two teams. Suzuha just not finding any comfort in these LNs. And this might spell the end of regulation. And into one deciding map for the Philippines and Japan. For history to be made. Japan will have to wait one more because we are going to a tiebreaker between the Philippines and Japan for a spot on the podium of this year's 7K World Cup.
Oh my god, tiebreaker hype.
Bring on a cybernetic, superluminal, apocalyptic post-war divination.
Absolute mouthful that one is.
That is a mouthful.
This is a good look for the Philippines. The EX pick is not that much easier than the tiebreaker. Very comparable in difficulty overall. And Philippines were crushing that as far as the combo is concerned.
The EX pick from the Philippines not betraying them. And they are now rewarded with another EX pick basically.
Yeah, the EX of all EX picks, 5 minutes long.
This is, oh boy, I mean like most of these players have pretty much played every single map in this lobby. And to top it off with this, you gotta feel like these players' stamina, they are probably in the gutter right now.
Absolutely. I mean, you can shout out to Kura actually being the one to play every single pick so far in the match. Butanic being swapped out for only one. And Suzuha and Sani, you know, being swapped out a couple times each. But yeah, as you said, these players have been playing a whole lot. And especially after that absolute marathon of a EX pick, they have to be kind of wearing out towards the end of this one.
5 more minutes to decide this. Whether or not Philippines will make it a three-peat of podiums or Japan can secure the first one in 7K World Cup history. It all lies on this. It all lies on basically these 4 players on your screen. I don't think we'll see any swaps.
Absolutely. This is now going to come down to, I think, can Suzuha keep up with Sani? Because we've seen Ojisan and Butanic have just gone blow for blow throughout almost this entire match. They have been the players to really put up those exceptional scores.
It is time to lock in. 5 minutes. Let's see if we can create some history today. A very LN heavy start.
Oh, Butanic is not enjoying that.
Yeah.
97% out the gate.
Yeah, Philippines definitely LN favored, as you can see right now, but crucially Japan not finding misses, so we go into some rice.
Yeah, I guess the good thing is for Japan relatively on this one is there's a lot of rice-only sections in this map compared to EX3, and Sani does find a miss, traded by Suzuha, so it's still going to be in favor of Philippines, but this accuracy is getting a little bit closer over time.
Sani finds another miss. And some accuracy is dropping, yeah.
Suzuha dropped down below 98%, actually, not finding that very comfortable at all. Gonna need to try and build that up again to match Sani.
Some very abrasive LN bursts and some jacks with some sweeps. So that all players doing relatively okay. The lead actually somewhat shrinking from the Philippine side as Japan are trying to find ways to recover. But LNs, here we go. This might be a death sentence for the Japan side, but Sani will find a miss and a second one as well.
Oh, this lead is gone.
In half. This lead's gone. It's completely gone. It will now flicker. And it's anyone's game.
Don't do this on the tiebreaker. 3 players finding the miss. Only Suzuha to hold on. Accuracy drops from the side of Philippines, and now Japan actually ahead in the accuracy.
Oh no, but Butanic and Suzuha will find misses. Auto pull from Suzuha, another one at that end. The lead bleeds red.
Accuracy tied. Oh no, Sani finding multiple misses. Japan now take a 2,000 point lead, but it doesn't seem like either team is capable of extending this past 2,000 points.
And we're going back to some LNs. Sani finds a miss right beforehand, but this is where Philippines need to capitalize. But Japan are slowly tugging this lead towards them. And Sani finds another miss. Japan, these LN sweeps doing nothing to them.
This accuracy is slowly bleeding as well from Sani down to 98.4. Suzuha now in the lead as far as accuracy is concerned, but does find another miss there.
we have a slow VPF section with these very tricky Rise and LN hybrid patterns as all but Suzuha drop.
Yeah, a couple misses there from Butanic. Overall, pretty even, but Sandy finds another one at the end. This is going to be 10,000 points in favor of Japan, just about.
Oh no! Butanic and Sunny, they both trade. It won't be 10,000 just yet. Not yet. It might if Philippines find another drop, but Japan are losing grip on this lead as Suzuha finally drops. And Suzuha drops again. This lead has been sliced in half again.
The accuracy difference is not even real right now. Sani finds another miss.
Oh my gosh.
Is on that bottom right.
Once
miss
again,
there. It's only Kura.
The 7K World Cup champion of 2 years in the past, OG Sun, doing all they can to take this lead away from Japan's fingertips, but Sani will neutralize that and OG Sun falls. So Japan have the combo advantage. Suzuha will find a couple misses themselves. It's just Butanic. It is just Butanic holding on.
How volatile this score is at the bottom here. It's going left and right. So much between 4,000, 10,000. I don't even know what the point lead is now.
We have no idea and we need to breathe. These players need to breathe. We have roughly a minute. We have a minute to decide this. It has been absolutely nothing between these two teams and we only got about 60 seconds to decide some history. Oh, Slide, let's go.
Oh, but you know how crazy the last patterns are of this map. Don't tell me it's going to come down to the last few seconds.
It might.
Oh no, 3,000 points only for Japan. This is within one miss difference, and Sunny is the one to find the first one.
And here we go. Ki section, Suzuha will find a miss. Butanic holding on to 2.5k combo. Their counterpart OG-san doing better than them though, as both Japan players will drop. Both Japan players finding misses, and this lead will actually find the Philippines!
Philippines is in the lead!
Sunny will actually find a miss though. It might go back to Japan, but Japan will find double misses again. It is just OG-san holding on to substantial combo, holding on to this lead, holding on to a grand finals win, but Philippines will just give it up. They might give it up to Japan as Sani finds a miss. Trades in Suzuha, pretending misses again. How much time is there left in this map? Sani will find another miss. Japan might have just done a little bit more than the Philippines had. We have had a whirlwind of a match, an absolute thunderstorm. Now by the end, we go to Japan. We will go to the Philippines. History will be made, but it will be made in the form of East Asian pride. Philippines, 3 times in a row, they will secure the top 3 by 101 points on the tiebreaker. It's Japanese heartbreak. It is Philippines victory and a grand finals weekend for the Philippines of another MVP performance from the 2023 World Cup champion Kura to save them for the umpteenth time.
Absolutely speechless. That last LN pattern, as funny as it is, was the complete undoing of Japan. And you cannot get any closer than that.
That is so heartbreaking for Japan. Genuinely, they had the lead 5 seconds away from the end. They were 5 seconds away from history. But they are now resigned to another top 4 finish as they are defeated in the hands of Philippines. Philippines, they will advance to the grand finals weekend. And if you thought that was a banger of a match, I am very happy to announce that we are not done with this weekend, because in 17 minutes, you have about 17 minutes to catch your breath, because we have South Korea and China.
Oh my god. I don't have enough time to calm down from that one.
I need some time to like walk around my room after that.
Oh man.
That has to be the best match I've casted in my life. I'm gonna be honest. There have been many matches I've casted over 4 years, but I don't think that's one that has made me lose my voice in the way that it has done today.
Hats off to both of those teams. My god, I think both of them deserved that podium finish, but unfortunately only one of them could. And now, yeah, we don't have that much time left either. South Korea versus China up next. The winners finals between the seed number 1 and the seed number 2, we're going to be seeing absolute fireworks on that match as well. So make sure...
Yeah, make sure to come back in 15 minutes. But also, if you want to support all of the players, all of the staff of this tournament after what you've just witnessed, a magnitude 9.7 on the Richter scale probably of a match, you can do so by buying banners, buying the team banners off the OS store. You can support your favorite team, you can support the team that you think would win the entire 7K World Cup. You might think that Philippines might go all the way and win it again just like 2 years ago, or it could be South Korea or China. And if you take the banner of the winning team of this World Cup, you'll be able to hold on to it for the rest of the year.
Go check those out, go stack them on your profile as well, and go take a bit of a break, a bit of a breather, because you're gonna need all of that focus again in 14 minutes when we're back for this winners finals. So we're gonna take a little break, and we'll see you very soon.